Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Premier League prediction series, where we will be predicting the weekend's Premier League results. And for every incorrect score that I predict, will be a donation to charity. Basically, every goal that I don't predict or do predict it doesn't happen is an extra £1 that is added onto the pot and donated to charity. This week, usually I go through the list of the charities. This week, I think it's relevant that we support the Ukrainian people, Ukrainian families that are suffering through the invasion from Russia. So that is going to go directly to them. I will be going through the link my work are fundraising for, and they will also match every single donation that is donated to them. That's why I'm going through the link through my work. And yeah, I believe the government are also going to match it. So basically, for every pound that I donate, £4 will be going. So I think it's a brilliant cause, and definitely one that we will be donating to this week. Let's get straight into the predictions, shall we? We'll start off with the early kickoff on the Saturday afternoon at 12:30. Is Brighton hosting Liverpool? Now, Brighton are in awful form, really. 4 losses in a row out of their last 5. Yeah, it seems to not be going too well for them at the moment. And Liverpool, well, 5 wins out of 5 in their last 5. Pushing City, obviously trying to get as close to them as possible. If City slip up, then Liverpool, I'm sure, will be right on their tail. And yeah, I've gone for a Liverpool win. No surprise there. 2-0. I'm saying I think Liverpool will score. I don't see Brighton scoring. I think Liverpool, they'll get a couple goals in head and possibly just accept that and just just think we've got the 3 points. Let's not do anything stupid. Let's not concede. Let's walk away with all 3 points. So that's how I've got that one going down 2-0 to Liverpool. We'll move on to the only 3 o'clock kickoff game, Brentford versus Burnley. Bit of a relegation 6-pointer that, really. Burnley are currently 18th. They have got 2 games in hand on Brentford, who are 6 points ahead of them. So yeah, I think this is a big game for both teams. A must not lose for both teams, quite possibly, and that's how I see it going down. I've gone for 1-1. I don't think it'll be too interesting. Don't think it'll be high scoring, but I think they will. I think they will share the points. And we'll move on to the final Saturday game, which is Man United versus Tottenham Hotspur. United, obviously, in some weird form, just been demolished by City last week. Spurs 3 wins out of 5, 2 losses in there as well. You'd say Spurs are probably the form team going into this, and I think it'll probably be a relatively even battle. I've gone for the same scoreline as the Brentford game. I've gone for 1-1. United struggling to put their chances away, really. Tottenham are just so up and down, and you can't really predict what's going to happen. So I'll go for 1-1. We'll move on to the first of the Sunday games. Obviously, there's a lot of 2 o'clock games on the Sunday. I'm guessing that's because a lot of teams played yesterday, midweek. So Chelsea hosting Newcastle. Chelsea obviously going through a tough time at the moment off the pitch. Going through a good time on the pitch. 4 wins in a row. Hosting Newcastle, who are in good form again. 4 wins out of the last 5. But I think Chelsea, especially at home, obviously there won't be a full house in there. But I think they'll have enough and come out victorious there. I've gone for 3-1 to Chelsea there. I think they'll score a few. I've seen Newcastle scoring, but not enough to make any difference. Then we'll move on to Leeds versus Norwich. Norwich, rock bottom of the table, 5 losses out of their last 5. It's not going well for them. Or Dean Smith, is it? Leeds, obviously. Leeds also 5 losses out of their last 5. They've got a new manager who's only been in for 2 games, though. He's lost both of them. But I see that turning around in this game. I'm going for a Leeds 1-0 win. I think they'll just edge it. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be cagey, but I see them just edging it. We'll move on to Everton versus Wolves. I'm going for a Wolves win. I'm going for 3-1. Obviously dispatched Watford midweek. Everton again struggling, really struggling under Lampard, and yeah, I think Wolves will have the better of them. 3-1. We'll move on to West Ham versus Villa. Villa on the back of 3 wins in a row, 3 good wins as well. West Ham, West Ham are almost stagnated. I say that they're sitting sixth, level on points with Tottenham, but Tottenham have got 2 games in hand, so they could easily fall below there. But they're coming up against Villa, who are in good form, and I think the points will be shared. I think it'll be quite high scoring. I'm going for 2-2. Yeah, that's my prediction. We'll move on to the final 2 o'clock game on Sunday, Southampton versus Watford. Southampton with 2 wins and 2 losses out of their last 5. Watford with 3 losses and just a 1 win out of their last 5. And I see Southampton dispatching Watford, to be honest. I'm going for 3-0. I think it will be... I think it'll be too much for Watford to handle, really, and I don't see them getting anything out of that game. Moving on to the later kickoff on the Sunday, which is Arsenal versus Leicester City. Leicester, again, a team that have just kind of stagnated a bit. You'd maybe at the beginning of the season, last season, thought, right, they're going to proper push on now, push for those European spots, but they're in 12th. They've got a few games in hand on teams around them, but they're still in 12th. Coming up against Arsenal, who are in good form, 4 wins in a row, and I see that continuing. I'm going for Arsenal 2-1 victory. I think both teams will score because Arsenal still look a bit cagey at the back, but I think they will have the better of Leicester. I'm going for 2-1. And then we'll move on to the final game of the weekend's fixtures, which is the Monday night football game. Crystal Palace hosting Manchester City. Palace are all right. 2 wins out of the last 5. But City obviously pushing for the title, and I don't see this going any other way than a City win. I think both teams will score. I think Palace will grab maybe a late consolation, but I'm going for 3-1 to Manchester City. I think it will be quite easy for them. And yeah, Palace I don't think will pose much of a threat. Anyways, that's my predictions. As I said, we will be supporting the Ukraine humanitarian appeal through my workplace. As you see, they are targeting £100,000 raised. They've already had 8,500 in, I believe, just 24 or 48 hours, which is brilliant work by all my colleagues. And yeah, we will be back on the Tuesday reviewing these fixtures and see how much money is going to be going to the Ukrainian humanitarian appeal. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday.